the lead is set it up with 15 on the shot clock.
Little horn set up top.
The swing back to Condon. Brown's feeling it. Brown's hitting it. Well, you go under.
Welcome to Play Breakdown with Todd Golden, presented by Tower Hill Insurance. Coach, this week we're going to look at 4 different plays, 2 each from your most recent home wins. We'll start here late first half against Arkansas, and I immediately recognize this set. We've called it horns before, V for you guys, with Chinyelu and Condon playing off the elbows. And I'd love for you to show us how one player can help everything revolve around him for success.
Absolutely. You know, this is our set that we really like to initiate offense through to get Kondo these middle-of-the-floor catches. The defense obviously has to honor this ball screen with X. That allows Kondo to get this catch right here, and now we're in our offense. We use him as this point forward, the decision maker, puts Brazil in a closeout. He goes, plays this 2-man game with Malik Ewan, and right there you see Ewan do what we call point switching. We're not very good with that. We don't think that's very good defense. Brazil gets caught behind the ball screen. It allows Isaiah Brown to tee up a wide-open 3, gets the momentum going even more. Now we're up 24 early in the first half against Arkansas.
Back into the post to Ogden. 7 on the shot clock. Klobuchar switches hands, finds Flan. Lays it up and in.
All right, Coach, on this particular play, we're going to watch your bigs operate out of the low post. I love seeing a play here that features Micah Hanlockton, who was just honored on Senior Day against Mississippi State. We're still working the Arkansas game here.
Well, as we talked about in the previous clip, we like to play out of V a lot to get our bigs catches in the middle of the floor at the top of the key, but we also like to initiate offense out of the low post. Right here, you see us throw the ball into Micah. Right here, we have what we call a guard split at the elbow. Boog does a great job slipping out of there. Herb gets his downhill ball screen, and then we get that paint touch, which is great offense. It makes the defense converge, and he throws out to Boog. Does a great job getting Richmond into closeout, and then what we call a duck in down low shows up. Usually it's Ruben and Micah doing this. This time it's Kondo. He does a great job providing this baseline screen for Boog to get an uncontested layup with his left hand.
That's why the Gators are top 10 in the paint scoring in the NCAA.
Here he is with the basketball.
All right, Coach, let's move forward to the Mississippi State game here. I know it's an out-of-bounds play, but you do get into your half-court set. It's interesting watching your offense right now in a lot of situations take a defense and turn a defense inside out or against itself in this particular case.
Yeah, you know, we're going to always take what the defense gives us. A lot of teams switch. This team chases. Mississippi State chases on these low stagger screens. We call it floppy action. We put CJ here, gets this double screen. You see 23 trailing him. And CJ makes a very heady basketball play for a freshman, curling this, and then it puts 99 in peril. Do I help uphill off Hanlockton? Do I allow CJ to drive middle? He stays attached to the big, and it allows CJ to stretch out to get a great downhill drive finish. Big-time play by the freshman. He had a great game for us against Mississippi State.
Coach, we see this kind of play at the NBA level a lot now, too. Sometimes it's a pin down here or whatnot, but him cutting this way, other than the 2 bigs having to be good down here to set him up, what else makes this almost unguardable?
Well, again, when we know that teams are chasing, we want to put them in these situations where we can get back to the middle of the floor. It's on Ruben and Micah to do a really good job setting screens. Obviously, they're huge. And then the fact that these bigs are such threats at the rim, it makes their defenders really have to make a decision. Do I help and potentially give up the dunk, or do I stay attached? When they stay attached, our guys take advantage.
Ingram, a big part of that win over the Bulldogs.
Hero wetting around. Hubbard thought Marion Davis Fleming was going to catch that lob. Fleming thought it was going somewhere else. Lee saves it to Condon. Dump down Chinyelu. Back to Condon. Hammer time! Oh, yeah!
And, Coach, on the last play, there are a couple dynamics working here. One of them is my favorite, broken floor. We're playing in transition. And then, I guess maybe because I was never big enough to play the position, I love big-to-big passing.
Absolutely. Well, X has done a great job in transition, especially over the last month. Right here, Mississippi State does a good job kind of getting back in front of us, but then we're able to flow into what we call our early game. You see this a lot. 1 big high, 1 big low, 2 guards on the top, X spreading it down here. And again, Kondo, his ability to get us back in the offense here. When X hits Kondo, he looks right to the high-low, does a good job finding Ruben, and then he's basket cutting. You see Zero get caught staring at Ruben, loses Kondo. He slips in behind him. Ruben's passing, which is elevated a lot this year, shows up. allows Condor to get a big-time and one dunk as this game's winding down.
And he had a big-time game as well. The Gators got a big-time win. It's 10 in a row now for Florida with one game left in the regular season. Coach, thank you very much. Play Breakdown, as always, brought to you by Tower Hill Insurance.